Wait, did you say it disintegrated?
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. We have been denied chicken wings.
Well,
Yeah.
if you want to turn that heart into a chicken wing, but probably not. It'd probably be better served as an item.
No.
Also, Cabal, you should be more careful. You don't want to. Why are you casting Disintegrate on our dinner? Like, come on, man.
This
Be
will
more
not
careful with that.
disintegrate. I don't remember that.
Damn. That was one of your worst ones, Aqua. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
It wasn't even a pun.
Just ignore that. Right.
Onwards. Oh shit.
Guess we should continue to the top then.
Yeah. Oh.
Right. I forgot about
Chip.
you.
What's up, buddy?
Hello. Hated here.
Right. So how does the giant worm look? Yeah.
Aqua, you're muted on your stream, by the way.
Oh yeah. I
That
forgot
actually
to mention, you
happened during the
actually-
Red Scale session, sadly.
Yeah, it did. I popped in at midnight while I was studying to see what was going on. You were muted.
You did, and you didn't tell me.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I figured it said there were other people watching, so I'm like, yeah, maybe they don't care. I don't know. So let's leave it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Here's what the temple up ahead looks like. You see it there. It's a little bit hard to see out inside of the snow, but it's clearly embedded into the peak itself.
Wait, can you pop that up
and-
again?
I'll
Can you
pop
pop
it
that up
once more.
again?
There we go.
Yeah.
Bring
You
that
can see
game.
It's clearly embedded into the peak itself, and from this distance you can see it looks like there are statues on the outside of it. An entranceway is very clearly visible. There is no door.
Right.
There's no door.
Yep, Atreus is just gonna tell
So may
the
as well do
worm that
this.
now that he's caught up to us, to just tag along with the group, I guess.
Is that detect trap wand? Is it like a 30-foot burst or is it like an always on thing?
60-foot
Any-
burst,
It is, yeah, it's a charge.
Okay.
I believe.
Could you send me the thing?
That is not that helpful, Riz.
He knows what I'm talking.
The thing.
Look in your
The
handouts.
thing.
Under characters.
Oh,
The
I see.
thingy.
It.
Okay. So,
Oh, that's a lot. So, okay.
so you head on over. I can bring you over to that map as well. Give me a moment.
Oh, we tiny.
Small.
We always tiny and small.
So tiny and small. There are the statues that I was mentioning. Let me get the description of what the outside here looks like, as it is the following.
Oh, wait, did you finalize what we get for epic levels?
Those are the only 3 I was able to come up with. So,
Okay.
yes, those 3.
I haven't done it yet, but I guess I'll do it later.
Yeah, it's not super integral. If there are better ideas also, I'm willing to add them on, but it's tough to add on something onto those epic levels that is very little brain space, right? Very little brain space. Okay.
Using 99.9% capacity.
Dang,
The road.
Where am I
The
gonna keep my
road
memes?
fades.
Where am I gonna keep my memes if we're using that much?
True. The road fades away under a covering of snow, but it takes you far enough to see the facade of some kind of temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber, and it depicts a faceless hooded figure, its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between the 2 innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase leading down. You can hear stomping noises from within. Boomf, boomf, boomf. Methodical.
Yeah, they sound friendly.
So we taking a short rest? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Wait, we did?
No, we didn't.
No.
Oh,
But we should, maybe.
we definitely should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not be opposed to that.
Yeah.
We like kind of get out of view of the entryway statues, doors, and
Quick,
take
there's
a short
little
rest.
cave over here.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the matter? Why can't there be statues? Why can't we do things? Do
Well-
they make you uncomfortable?
Actually, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll take my short rest here.
Suit yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
By the
gonna
way,
go
where's the
here.
giant worm? Is he with me?
Yes, did I give you control over them?
You did not.
Let me, do that. There we go. They should be, under a different section. I'll get them dragged up later.
Okay, let me see if we can find
They
it.
should be under the CR 17, I think.
Yeah, I see him.
However, you see the frost worm is just kind of refusing to get much closer to the temple, as is Winter Wolf. Like there's a primal. They're just not right. Like you're trying to drag them, and they're just trying to dig in their heels or their slithering
Oh, no,
worms.
Atreus wouldn't force it. But like the instant he notices they stop going, this is the area he'll rest with them for a bit because he's a bit exhausted himself.
Mhm.
Basically, he'll get as close as they're willing to get, but he will go no further.
Annual's going to like go up to each of the statues and just sort of inspect them, look at them.
They are hooded, and of particular note is that they are made out of amber, which is an unusual material for making statues with. Do you have history or proficiency, Venro?
I do not have any proficiencies. I do not. I have a -1 to history, if that helps.
At the very least, you just know that amber is not a traditional material for crafting statues out of.
It's too bad Freddy's not still alive.
Are we gonna do a short rest first?
Yeah, it looks like it. The crew is
Okay.
taking a short rest. Nothing interrupts this short rest as you succeed entirely at it, but you do hear the constant dumping on the inside as it's almost methodical. Dump, dump, dump.
I figured there was nothing
Okay.
to be worried about.
Looking at the stairs here, Fenrir, you see that you can only see down them, right? Think of like it's slanted essentially.
Yeah.
Right, like it's like that.
That's
So you can't
fine.
really
Wait,
see much further.
but Ben doesn't really get anything from a short rest, so he's probably just going to spend the time sort of like looking around. Chilling.
I'm
you
just
know.
gonna really fast go through this to see how many of these are actually any decent.
Because I already always heal the same amount from
What's your cooking cabal?
just.
We don't have any chicken wings this time, so we're gonna have to do with snow cones and icicles.
Well, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Nice.
Ice cream, poggers.
The snow cones have like shaved ice that's really powdery and
Stupid.
soft but crunchy at the same time. It doesn't taste like much though.
All right, yeah. How much do I get from that chef?
If you spend a hit dice to heal, you can heal an extra 1d8.
No, some shit
Oh, no.
D10s.
Yeah, those are really bad.
Oh, I think I did that in the reverse. I did 10d11, not 10d10. Oh, 11d10s. Hold on. Let me redo that. Shoot, how much HP did I have?
I mean, is 11d10 the same as 10d11? I actually don't know.
49. I had 49.
I guess I'll just roll my last hit die at this point. Not that much healing.
I mean, I might as well be accurate with it. So.
You're gonna get like a.
Oh, I rolled
yeah.
higher.
Huh? You you rolled 69 before.
Oh, I did. Okay, no, so I rolled lower. Oh no, that's okay. Plus 55 to that.
Sorry, I totally. Do you have it written what the level up was? Like
Oh, for the
what
for the
the
epic
options
one.
were?
Yeah, it's in the pins. It's increase lowest ability score by 1, then increase lowest by 1, then low increase lowest by 1, or increase highest score and maximum by 1, or gain maximum hit points equal to a max roll of your hit die plus call mod.
HP is fake.
Yeah, so 3 on your lowest, or
Kind of 3 on the lowest. It's more like, let's say for example you had like an 8 and a 9. Your 8 would go to a 9, and then, you have 2 lowest, now you can spread it out.
Yeah.
gotcha.
So you go from an 8 and 9 to 2 10s.
Yeah, the way it's worded implicates that you don't just bump your lowest by 3. Basically, you choose whatever your lowest gets bumped by 1 3 times.
A small but noticeable difference.
This was a short rest. Oh wait, I didn't even use my second wind. No, there's no way. I definitely had used it. Did I?
Question mark.
Hold up, did I? I don't think I actually did in the rock fight. Huh.
I don't recall that.
I don't recall either. Okay, guess I'll just roll it now, so that I get it refreshed when I finish the short rest. Wow, Max rolled that. Okay, perfect.
Pog.
Cabal will notice that the little remaining feet of Bartholomew have looked at these amber statues, and he approaches them and casts Legend Lore to find out more about them.
Very cool. Cabal takes a look over at the statue over here and learns their significance. These statues were erected at the time that a temple was created. It seems that amber is a material that is especially good at being able to be used against divine creatures and other creatures of similarly powerful import. And so, amber is often used as a means of confinement in various ways. The statues being out here were erected as a sign of things that are confined within, either as a warning or as a testament to the power that lies inside.
Very interesting.
Very cool. They're actually very insightful, but he won't impart any of this knowledge to anybody else.
Nice. Atreus is gonna leave the rock feather with Winterwolf as he's gonna go ahead and start making his way toward the entrance of the temple after the short rest.
Bellona will follow.
Yes. As you all get begin approaching the temple a bit closer, Fenrir, were you here around the entire hour of it?
Yeah, he would have like spent a bit of time looking at each of the statues, and then would have probably like spent the rest of the time just by the entrance.
Did you take your short rest near the entrance then, Fenrir, or did you choose not to?
I didn't take a short rest.
Okay.
He just spent some time like sort of being vigilant and enjoying the not cold or not as cold.
Not cold.
I guess I
The
have to
thumping
redeem
sound is
form.
rhythmic within as you get closer to the entrance. There
Guess
is
we
a
reverse.
tingle down your spine.
I tell Bartholomew to pipe down.
Look, it's normal Linny again. It's been so long since I've seen her.
Well, we might as well start making our way down there.
Yeah, I don't think a 60-foot dragon would fit
Bump.
inside this hallway.
Bump.
Yeah.
Bump. The stomping is louder as you approach. Bump.
Just like a door.
It's not. There is no door, but you do reach the bottom of the hallway there, and I just realized that I'm missing this handout, but I can get it real quick. I love technology.
Nice.
I am totally not being vaguely reminded of the shrines from Toa.
Why does this DC not update? Hold on. No, it does. Okay, it's just lying to me. Thank
Stomping
you,
about,
Roll20.
their heads turned towards you. They appear to be golems made out of amber.
Shit.
Bump. Bump.
Yo, it's
Or-
higher.
They're
Bump.
living gummy bears.
Bump.
They're living.
I mean, they have the right color to be like red gummy birds.
Bump. Bump.
Are they just
Oh.
patrolling around in a circle?
We fought
Yeah.
we fought a giant rock that revived and could shoot lightning. I think we could take these things on if they fight us.
Okay.
No need
They-
to
Yeah, totally.
Keywords.
They notice you and do not appear to be aggressive.
Okay.
The description of this room is a 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with shattered railing overlooks this vast temple. Black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descends 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony. The walls and ceilings are covered in an amber glaze, lending the gloom a golden sheen. And a set of amber doors stands closed at the west end of the balcony. A similar pair stands open to the east. One of the amber golems approaches, and simply just, when it can't seem to quietly move by, it just turns around and starts walking the other way. Bump. Bump.
That
Well,
is,
this is a nice staircase.
that door's open.
None of these doors look locked at a glance.
I mean, there's that one. It looks like the door's ajar. Is it open?
Oh, yes. You look over inside of this room.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the other door actually. Or through
Oh.
the other door.
What's in here? What is this?
Inside
Cabal
of
everybody's
here, you
going
see.
doors and stuff, and he says, "Soldiers, do not be rude. We are merely guests upon this manor. Where are your manners?" And then he uses thaumaturgy that says, "I am here. Bring forth the prisoner."
No, she'll
Alright,
open this door too.
Alright, in the order here then, here's in the order that this was transpiring. First, at that bottom right where this room is featureless except for a rough-edged 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor to the east, and an empty torch sconces along the wall. Double doors of amber stand open to the north and west. A single closed door lies just south of the western set of doors. Then that's when you hear it from Cabal. I am here! Bring forth the prisoners. As to the north, actually, Cabal, you hear a set of doors opening from over here. Skittering mechanical scrapes chitter as the door opens up and a figure exits out of it.
Oh.
They look a bit worse for wear, but their body certainly seems to barely be functional. They are very much equipped onto what seems to be some kind of mechanical contraption with spider-like legs.
What the heck?
Their body is unmoving as if it's petrified in place.
Interesting. This looks like something that would be in like Bloodborne or something. Kind
Yeah.
of like.
It's quite creepy.
With no issue, they manage to climb onto the wall over here and down over here. Hello. Welcome, guests. Diana, we have visitors.
Wait,
As you see, exiting out is another figure.
that's me.
Is this Rose's new character?
We can
Yes.
see their HP. They must be an NPC, right?
And their border is different.
But and we can
Huh.
see all their stats.
Hmm.
Visitors? We haven't had visitors in centuries.
Yes, very much. We've been anticipating your arrival. As they're speaking, their mouth is very much not moving. It is very like the mechanical contraption they are on is the one doing the speaking instead. They are keeping some amount of distance away from all of you right now.
I honestly did not think you guys would make it. Come in.
I'm gonna use my cold breath. I'm kidding.
What the fuck?
I'm kidding. I'm
Start the
kidding.
fight.
I think I told you we're gonna fight the first thing that breathes.
That
Wait a minute.
doesn't look like they're
There it
breathing.
is. The initiative.
Are they breathing? Not
I'm
breathing.
gonna go ahead and open up this door.
There is naught but broken pieces of splinters inside of there. It doesn't look like it's been
Anybody,
cleaned in a long time.
Trying to come in, like, at our invitation?
I'm
Oh, it
gonna
seems Teresa
stand
takes
next
it
to
up.
Fenrir.
I
Yes.
will open this door over here.
I'll stand behind Fenrir.
He's
I'll-
chilling,
I'll
waiting.
leave the talking people to do the talking. Atreus is
Yeah,
exploring.
same.
Quite
Okay, well, who's the talking people? Because no one's talking, guys.
You guys want Cabal to do the talking?
There are like
No,
several
I'll-
people here.
I'll point at Teresa. Teresa's the talker.
Teresa does not say anything at the moment.
Wait, that's my line. Hold up.
Yeah, and I do all
Really
approach
funny.
some of you not talking, some of you just exploring rooms as they invite you into their place. And the stranger
Fine.
here simply goes, "You are an odd group, aren't you? But only the oddest ones do make it up here."
Wait, he was talking to Cabal when he said bring the prisoners in, right?
Yeah, they told him that they have a guest, though. They weren't responding directly about the prisoner comment at all. They have not referred to it. Atreus, down below, it looks like there's another floor below the temple.
Atreus 2
Atreus
stares
2.
down the hall.
Shit. And Atreus 2.
Diana will kind of, like, approach them. Try to be, like, friendly, because she is quite friendly. And she was, yes. And she was just say, you guys have come a long way. What are you expecting to find here?
Lots and lots of money. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it wasn't that. And he sort of then just glanced at the fucking weird spider. Well, it's not even a spider, like four-legged mechanical person.
Well, he does look intimidating, but honestly, he's probably the friendliest face you've seen since arriving on this mountain. Other than me, of course. I'm
And
probably
thank you very
much
much.
better looking
Definitely
than that.
looking at this so-called friendly face skeptic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I-
I think
wound
Linnea, who
me.
you also met on this mountain, is quite friendly.
I
This is the
tried to like
greatest
jab
wound.
at him by calling him kind of, like ugly, as a joke, obviously, because.
But
These are the greatest wounds I've received in a century.
Clearly, you've not fought a giant bird with lightning powers and cold.
Would
Yes.
you all? Sorry, go ahead.
You've gotten past it. I was watching, or I could at least. Tell me, what did you think of it? What did you think of the power that it wielded?
Annoying.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well.
That's pretty cool.
And
What?
you?
We came looking for God to slay him, and we certainly did. What
Diana
power do you
also.
fear to keep such a guardian from keeping outsiders from here?
It wasn't of my creation, but of one previous visitor of the Amber Temple. And more importantly, they turn over to those who said it's annoying. Do you seek a portion of this annoying power for yourselves as well? For you have come to the right place.
Who exactly are you again?
I apologize, it has been a long time. I have not introduced myself. I am Exitanter, and I reside here inside of the Amber Temple. As a caretaker, if as one would use the word, not in any formal capacity. Every now and then what they're saying kind of churs, and they have to, like, one of their legs has to like, kind of whack the side of the machine in order to get it working again.
I'll admit I wasn't expecting to find anything alive in your sort of fashion here.
Depending on what you define as alive, I'm not sure if this body of mine really qualifies any longer. I'm more undead than living at this point.
Hey, Aqua, as someone with a sense for artifice, can I tell anything about this?
Yes, you're looking them up and down for Arcana expertise. First, you check to see if they're a wizard, but there's no visible spellbook. You look on their contraption to see if there are hatches, and there are multiple that are hidden to the eye, but none that look like they would store a book. You then look to see if there's any givings of sorcery, but it doesn't seem so. And then you look over at their contraption. This thing seems immaculately crafted. Whoever made it would have really had to know what they were doing.
Oh,
So what
nice.
you're saying is they're a dragoon from StarCraft.
Yeah, pretty much.
At the
Sounds
comment
about
of
right.
somebody saying that they found something alive, like talking to him, Diana just kind of like laughs because she thinks it's funny because he looks very dead.
Yeah.
I don't suppose. I know we have one paladin here. And you'll see her standing a little close to him, but they don't seem to retreat or even flinch. But I discovered the secret to becoming a lich long ago. I have used it to extend my life beyond what I normally would have achieved.
It's clear that your lifetime is naturally expired. However, what life is this? We've yet to be able. We are seeping your way out of Borovia. But what kind of business do you have to extend your life beyond the natural means? Clearly, you must have some sort of goal, perhaps. There are things far worse than death. It is quite reasonable.
You have an articulate one here. Yes, you seek a way out of Borovia? For that, there is only but one path. You have interacted with Strahd. I have watched occasionally, here and there. You seek to escape the dread plane of Borovia itself. Their machine kind of leans forward a little bit to add some emphasis. but there is only one way, and that is through redemption. What do I mean by this? He kind of move a little bit over to the side, chittering down. Do you know why Borovia exists? You may say it exists because of Strahd, but that is not quite correct, is it? Borovia did not exist because of Strahd. It was made for Strahd. It is the prison. But you knew this much, I believe.
That sounds like the same thing.
There is but a subtle distinction. For you see, Borovia's existence, the Plemi-Plane's existence, is entirely not because Strahd desires it, but because the Dark Powers do. Let me tell you, when a creature accepts a bargain from the Dark Powers below, should they commit an act of intentional, understandable, great evil, they too will be launched into their own demi-plane to relive their eternal nightmare, forever and ever and ever, until they find redemption, of which most never do. I escaped my own nightmare.
And
Are you
what of everyone else trapped in Borovia?
In the small scheme, it is an inevitable necessity for the greater good. But the system the Dark Powers has is clearly working. Those who are granted immense power and do good help those in need immensely, while those who are evil are shunted off to a prison of their own making, tortured forever. It's elegant enough.
Why would Dark Powers want to do good?
Such is the nature of the study that I do here. But darkness does not have to be good, Paladin of Light. It does not have to be bad either. Darkness is a tool like fire. Make of it what you want. And the Dark Powers are not evil. They punish evil.
And he'll squint his eyes a little bit at him.
It is known.
But you did not come to hear me ramble. I have much knowledge. I have only one small request, nothing large. If you would allow me. Their hand literally just, it's creaking and nearly breaking as they're lifting it up over in kind of your directions and just holds it in place. If you would not mind, simply touch my hand to you and allow me to gain a copy of your memories, and I shall tell you everything I know. It is not necessary, but it simply furthers my research.
Take a step back at that.
And signal someone else to touch it.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I'll touch his hand.
Somebody touch it.
Linnea, you allow your their finger to touch over to your
My
forehead.
memories aren't going to be that interesting, but you know.
I see you've been living on this mountain for 60 years, just like us. Wow.
Yeah. With a touch, their eyes light up, and then they without closing or opening, they speak again. You have suffered. I am sorry. This mountain is... You were never intended to be stuck here, an inevitable necessity of the sacrifice. But know that it is for the greater good, that the protection of the Amber Temple has helped allow it and the Dark Powers to continue their work.
Well,
Damn.
that makes me feel marginally better.
What do you wish to do with our memories?
Study them, so that I can understand the Dark Powers better. Filter through them like a story in times that things are a little bit drab. I occasionally, I'm a constructor, you see. An artificer. I make things. Recently, I undertook a project of a mechanical dragon and sent it down as a protector of the Amber Temple, though you all slew it in about 20 seconds. I was very impressed. I did that over the last century. I'm still deciding what to do over the next. Maybe I will finally clean the place.
I
Perhaps you
will
could make
inquire on
something
the
without ego.
details of the dragon. I'll walk up and inquire on the details of that.
Mm-hmm. You both get into a long-winded discussion about the mechanical details and the workings of it. How exactly it works out. Then you can lead them around as these two have a very
I'll
technical
follow that.
blabby discussion about like the construction of the dragon.
I'll take them up here in this. Oops. Thank you.
Sorry.
Up here. Open the door, please.
Over here, Atreus, this chamber is brightly lit by red copper lanterns that hang from the ceiling. The walls are sheathed in amber and have been shaped to bas reliefs of wizards of spell books. There are descending rows of red marble benches, and there is a black slate that hangs from chains. Many of the rooms here are similarly non-functional, as Diana here gives you all a tour of most of the upper rooms, including some of the secret rooms. Many of them seem like living quarters. Some of them look like they were originally intended as guest rooms at some point.
It
And
does get very excited about every room and all of the lore in it.
it's like exploring a museum.
Yes.
Atreus is not
She's
following the
just-
party. He's just tooting he's basically just exploring on his own for a bit.
She says to them, I am so happy to have somebody to talk to that is not extender.
How did you
Oh.
end up here?
Yeah.
My curiosity got the best of me, I suppose. I've been here for a long time.
I'm not gonna ask this out loud, but how the heck do you guys get food?
We don't need to eat, really.
That's another monk.
I am not a monk.
What a tragedy.
However, this place, it's... Well, let's just put it this way. If I were to... yeah, let's go through the secret door. If I were to, be in the real world, I would have died centuries ago.
They show
What
you
the-
around. Let me see if there's any anything like there's that hand there. Let's see, that seems notable. That hand. Rising from the floor in that room is a scaly arm and claw clutching a small box made of bone.
Wonderful.
That's not
You,
creepy at all.
Yeah.
Do you choose to open it?
But yeah, I'll open it.
You open it up. Ceresa, you instantly recognize what's inside. That is a phylactery.
Oh, I see.
It is an ornate, magical, gives off incredibly powerful magic vibes from it, just by looking at it.
Oh my god, this guy's a lich.
You
Yeah,
say
like
maybe
told us.
that.
He
literally
said
told
as
us.
much.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
like half listening, half
Mark's
reading
a-
something.
Teresa asked Diana, this is a rather exposed place to keep a phylactery, isn't it?
Well, it's not exposed.
Well,
this is a secret room, and they're giving us
We
a tour.
literally have not had a guest for like 1,000 years. So, no, not really. If he can make it this far, might as well kill him at that point. She says that jokingly, obviously.
Is this a statue of something?
It's just nice looking. Like, I do most of the decorations. I'm a
That's some character as
scholar.
fuck.
These lantern things. Like you said, they're like empty holsters for lanterns.
Hmm.
How sturdy does it seem?
Which ones?
The ones where you'll hold the lanterns up.
Would you like to try prying it? It doesn't look like it's super nailed down.
Yeah, Atreus will just try to just try to tug on it and see if it can hold his weight.
It breaks.
Atreus is like, not good enough.
Also, Belena's gonna ask if there's a way to teleport on out of here and back to Borovia.
Teleportation over, like they interrupt. They seem their voices like it seems mildly annoyed at first until it modulates to not sound annoyed as their discussion with Ilion is interrupted. Teleportation on this mountain due to the Amber Temple's influence is restricted to a numerical range. You will have to trek down, but I have some devices that may be able to aid you in simply, call it a sled.
That's quite convenient.
You know what? I'll fucking take it. I hate this place. Get me out of here.
With the rock's influence gone, the blizzard should not impede you either. It should take relatively short order to glide back down to the base.
Alright. And Bologna is going to boop on out of there.
Atreus is going to grab a Peyton and basically inside the hole that lantern where the lantern holster was, basically replace it and make sure it's sturdy.
Do you have a tool proficiency of any kind to help assist with this?
I have Smith's tools.
Yeah,
Hold
that
on,
works.
No, not Smith's tools. Yeah, no, I am proficient with Smith's tools and with carpentry tools.
Alright, perfect. You reattach the sconce with no issue. Does Bologna just leave without even saying goodbye to anybody? They're just like, I'm out.
She just
Yeah.
like yeet by.
Oh no, he's not replacing the sconce.
No.
He's replacing a piton.
Oh, okay. I mean, that works too.
Yeah, he's making it really sturdy. And he's gonna go ahead and attach a rope to it.
Diana will tell, everybody like that was with her, like, you guys were looking for a way out of here, out of Borovia, and well, this is the closest that you can get out of Borovia, I suppose. Technically, we're not in Borovia anymore.
Haha, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Wow, incredible.
Is this
Yeah.
like a chapel?
It's akin to something like that. It looks like it's used for rituals or the like, or at least was once used for such purposes.
Fenrir's gonna fucking have a sit down. Like, it's been a long ride up this mountain.
Everyone's now here to see what Atreus has been up to as everyone walks in and he has
Do
a
you see
piton
anything?
attached to a rope that's going down the hall.
Do we see anything in the hole?
Yes,
Someone?
it seems to descend down into a pit at the bottom, which appears to be red. Let me go ahead and
Like we
show
see
what's
the
on it.
ground, or we just see red?
You see the ground,
Oh, okay.
which is red.
Yep.
You guys,
Atreus is gonna test the integrity of his rope and slowly descend down.
All right, let me go ahead and show you what you see. All this time, you always hear little thumping sounds.
also,
Exitander
Yeah.
isn't moved from their talk. They're very much enjoying the Ilion's company right here.
Where are the thumping sounds coming from?
The big statue things.
the statues, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The golems always seem to be like patrolling about.
Oh, okay.
Diana would just say, there is a better way to get down there.
Atreus descends down.
He does not care. He descends down.
Okay, well,
I guess we're going down.
This room was walls of glazed amber, a floor of red marble, and a rough-hewn shaft in the center of its 10-foot-high ceiling. 3 amber sarcophagi stand in alcoves, and above each sarcophagus, there is a little flaming green skull above, just resting atop each one. They don't appear to be doing anything, they just appear to be light above each one. Each of these amber sarcophagus, you look at them, the longer you stare into them, the more it seems that inside them is as if there's a world within. You see dark magic circling about on the interior, swimming almost. It's mesmerizing.
Yep. Atreus says, I guess if everyone is still above the hole, he's just letting everyone know exactly what he's seeing down here. And above here is just like a door.
Which one? Oh yeah, that just seems to be a door. It seems to be locked, but it doesn't seem like a very strong lock.
okay. Well, you guys are a curious bunch. Would you like to go down?
He'll open the door.
Atreus ignores, moving forward.
Well, I'm just like asking the people that are not down there.
I mean, we already have a rope. We can just slide down, right?
Yeah, go ahead. She's telling you to go.
An amber golem
them
sees you
right
down
now.
here, stares over at you, raises its fist, and waves hello. And it continues its patrol.
Come.
Yep. At the friendly gesture, Atreus like a bit confused, like kind of like a yeah. He'll also wave back, but a bit confused. It's like okay.
By the way, Aqua, with True Sight, does Xlander look the way that we see him, or does he look different?
They look as they look. It doesn't look like they're disguising how their body looks, which is rotted and awful.
Okay.
Like, or rather, it looks preserved, as if somebody had dunked their body inside a formulide.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Diana's just like waiting patiently for everyone to show up.
Can I just watch them from upstairs? Just look through the floor.
I think
Yeah,
you
with
can...
your X-ray vision, it's easy enough.
Okay. I'll just do that.
Inside of this
Okay.
room, a white marble bed stands in the center of a bare stone room, mattress long since rotted away. Golden hawks perch atop the bed's corner posts. The remaining furnishings have been reduced to dust-covered heaps, and cobwebs cover arcane sigils marked into the wall.
And this one, I see whatever the heck that thing is.
It appears to be the furnishings of this bare stone room have succumbed to decrepitude. Standing in the center of the room, its head scraping the ceiling, is a man-shaped construct that you recognize as a shield guardian. It appears to be completely deactivated and inert.
Why is this in here?
It's just one of Alexander's tinkering thingies. I don't know.
Don't
Do
these
you
things
want it?
usually come with something else?
Do you want it?
Atreus is gonna explore the room a bit further.
It doesn't seem there's anything much of note inside of here. A lot of these rooms apparently seem to be empty and decrepit, with not much in ways of what's actually inside of them. Except for the room that Andraste opens, of which you see 3 amber sarcophagus yet again. Andraste looking into each one, you stare into worlds and worlds, and dark energy that circles within. Tantalizing. There is a small but not overwhelming urge to touch your hand to the sarcophagus.
Not yet. Not now. No. Not yet.
Diana just looks very excited to show you the rest of the place, but everyone
And you
keeps
do.
opening useless doors.
You open up the you explore. Xander is continuing to talk upstairs and doesn't interrupt this at all as you explore the rest of the place, which for the most part is
Wait.
empty, mined for a few notable things. Those things would be that there are more of these patrolling amber golems about, that there's a room that appears to be filled with just gold. And among one of the gold piles, you see what seems to be like a stone, and it pops out a gold coin every few seconds. Just
What?
It's awfully convenient.
Yo, I'm staying here.
flopping it out little by little.
Diana would be like, one of you guys did mention you want gold, so if you're that person, this is where we have our gold.
I would love some gold.
Not that useful here. Nothing to buy.
There are more rooms of amber sarcophagi inside of them. One over here. One over here. And notably one here. But the sarcophagus is completely and utterly destroyed.
Oh my god, it's his Horcruxes.
Or it's more liches.
So,
Oh shit.
I'm sure you guys have lots of questions.
Nope. I'm kidding.
You know,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1d5.
Fenrir just finds himself, like, down here. I guess he didn't hear the memo about there's an easier way to get down, so he goes down the rope, assuming it's still there.
It's still there.
Okay.
Well,
If no
it
one
should
else
be
is
at
in the
least.
chapel trees, it will probably
Yeah,
go through.
everyone did just like go down there. Can I just say how rude it is to go into someone's house and just like not listen to instructions on where to
For
go
real.
in the house?
What
Like,
were your
imagine someone
instructions?
goes to your house and starts opening doors.
She will show you the secret passage here, where the stairs are.
The ball might be crazy, but he has manners.
I don't know about that. I'm kidding.
looking up those stairs,
Just loopy.
you see Exeter talking with the other two over into here. Ah, you've finally returned. I hope Diana has given you the proper tour.
I tried my best.
They are weary from their travels. Allow them a little bit of creativity, and not to hear an old man drone. You see their eyes light up a little bit, Atreus. You seem interested in what's down there. Would you like me to show you?
I
You
have
mean-
said nothing yet about the things.
What exactly are you referring to? There were a lot of things down there, particularly those weird sarcophagus, and apparently have a thing that prints out money. How
Yeah,
interesting.
touching one gives you the power or something. That's what the saga said.
As you, Exeter goes, let me tell you exactly what they are. And as for the gold, I learned how to create an alchemist stone. It literally prints money.
We have it.
I prefer needing it. It helps me with my works.
Fair enough.
But
Can
as
we borrow some money?
Not
Borrow.
borrow. We're not giving it back.
We're not returning it.
let's see how you all are receptive. But you asked
Leon will
me
look
for-
annoyed at the way you guys are talking to his new friend.
I've only requested your memories, and you asked me for gold before even accepting my request.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah,
after
quite
after this
fair.
conversation,
My
Leon would
bad.
totally be down to give him his memories.
Trace is actually kind of confused because he has absolutely no idea about this request. As
You're
he's
right.
like, wait,
that's
our memories.
that's fair. I apologize for asking such a thing.
Wait, what's this about memories now?
And I will sit down on a chair and watch this. Like with popcorn and shit.
Exeter starts bringing people downstairs, but as they do, something happens first. Fenrir touches a sarcophagus. Which one did you touch? That top one there?
Yeah, why not?
Fenrir, as you touch that one, here's what you see. You touch it and instantly it feels as if you've been moved about as a swarm of colors and lights fills your eyes. You suddenly find yourself inside a violet room, covered across. All at the walls are covered in violet, drapes digging down. A figure whose features and limbs are entirely concealed by a long, cowled, dark violet robe wears something. It towers over you, 30 feet high. And it leans down, its face inscrutable. You try seeing if you can detect any emotion of any kind, seeing if you can discern anything else, but it's just almost entirely neutral. You can't see anything except for a voice that is monotone and lacks anything, and says, I am Savnok, the Inscrutable, and I offer you the power to shield your mind. Will you accept?
Do you require anything in return?
Their figure seems to tower even higher and larger despite them not moving sights around you don't match up with the reality of what you're experiencing. For this dark power that I bestow for you, should you ever commit any act of evil, intentionally, you will be shifted into a dread plane until you repent. Such is the power I offer to you.
Who would define what evil is?
Me. The violet shroud all about the room. Llama wiggles and moves in response to it. If you reject, then leave. I have no time.
I mean, you can always come back later.
You gotta touch the rest of them first.
You have to touch the rest of them first. See which one feels the nicest when you touch it.
I don't
You
know
could
if the dark
Small.
powers. I don't know if the dark powers are gonna be okay with you testing the waters.
you could ask, the people that have been doing research in here for it.
No,
I
you
think it's
gotta
a bit
touch them
too
all
late
first.
for Venril.
I'm a bit far away from you guys.
That's true.
It's a bit too late for that.
Teresa will tell Fenrir that everyone went upstairs.
You speak to them and they don't seem to react. You don't hear it, Fenrir.
I knock on his helmet.
Inside of the world that you're within, Fenrir, the
Oh shit,
area
he
route.
accepted.
Then be bestowed. The violet room wraps around your body, suffocating you.
It's not very nice.
Do you try to react to this, or do you simply accept?
I mean, I'll allow it. I feel like I'm a bit outside of my depth here to resist this spooky room.
The cowled violet robes of the room wrap around until you cannot move, you cannot breathe. Seconds pass into minutes until eventually you stop breathing. And you return to a banging sensation on your helmet that you hear Teresa hitting you.
Stop. He tries to grab.
Oh, you're back. I thought you were dead.
Maybe I'd rather be.
She just smiles at him. What happened?
I'll recount as Aqua had recounted to you all what happened.
What was the name of this one again?
Savnok.
You spell that?
Fenrir, you feel the power within. You can just, it surges swiftly through you.
Does he know what it does, or not yet?
Yes, actually, as you instantly know some of the things about what Savnok the Inscrutable does. I have provided you the handout, Fenrir.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll have a quick look. While you do your thing, I'm gonna read this.
Yeah, whatever the guy was gonna explain to us about the sarcophagi. I'm still curious.
Back upstairs, I suppose.
Weren't we descending?
Well, he was gonna explain to us about the sarcophagi because he had a request he was gonna make of us or something like that, in return for
Yeah, let me bring all you down there. Just grab your tokens from the other map.
Okay.
And as you're brought over to the central chamber over here. Considering whirring down. You were interested inside of these sarcophagi. They take a look over at you, Fenrir. I see.
Yeah, the same Diana's like, oh, interesting. Good choice.
You have taken the powers. Savnok's power flows through you, and I can tell, for I can read nothing about you.
So you
Your
are gifted.
Your memories are locked away from me forever. A pity.
I'll give you some memoirs at some point. Maybe.
And let me show you the others then. Or rather, Diana, you may take them about. Introduce them to what each of these powers entails. And for each of you, the dark powers within, use their power wisely and for good. That is what they are for.
Okay. I am excited to show you all of them.
Is
We've
there
been
one related to
studying-
dragons?
We have been studying these. She just ignores you. She has the speech prepared, okay? Like, she's nervous to
She's been preparing for
present
this for
her
thousands
research.
of years.
Literally, to present her research. So please give her, the time of day.
All right.
I'm ready.
Alright. So,
Sit down for the PowerPoint presentation.
there is a total of 18 dark powers stored in this temple. Some of them don't work. Actually, just 2 of them don't work. One is a vampire. That's probably the one that you've already seen, since my hypothesis is that Strahd has that power.
Yeah.
Which
Can
is
you
what?
open the sheet for it as I explain it?
Yes. Let me go ahead and do so. That particular power.
Yeah, go ahead.
Exedanter will let me explain a little bit more about this one as well. You can have the rest. But our guests here are interested in Strahd's capabilities. Vampire not only supposedly provides power over minds, but the powers of a vampire as well. But there is something notable. Something that is not true of any of the other sarcophagus here. Allow me to show you. As they will bring you over to a room. You have to go upstairs a little bit, but then down another section. In a small room over here. They'll give some room. That sarcophagus to the north. Look into it and tell me what you see.
Who is he saying
I
that
guess
to?
anybody basically, and it looks like Cabal takes up on that. Cabal, you look inside, and unlike all the other sarcophagus, there is nothing in it. It is empty. No dark swirling power, no world within.
It's empty. This is a trick.
There is no trick. Somehow, when Strahd came to this temple long, long ago, when they touched the vampire, they not only made a deal with the dark power, but absorbed it utterly as a vessel. What that entails, we're not sure. Shortly after they did so, they left. And shortly after that, Borovia was born.
Right. So that one is the most mystery, I suppose. The rest of them we kind of know a bunch about. There's one more that you can never have, and it's the Dark Star. It's broken.
Oh, that sounds
And
familiar.
she'll point at Exander to explain.
It appears to have disappeared at some point, long before I even arrived up here. The sarcophagus was broken. We only know what's title by talking and conventioning with the other dark powers within the temple. We suspect it had some spatial manipulation abilities, but not much more than that.
I guess now would be a good time to tell him about our encounters with the Dark Star. Actually, if he has my memories, he would be able to just see that himself.
That is what they do. As you mention it, they'll look through. Oh, this will be excellent for my research. Thank you. As they turn over to Sarisa. The dark powers are all in Borovia. they are also back from my dread domain of Borka. And in fact, they are in every dread domain. Every domain of dread links here to the Amber Temple as a central linchpin.
So you're saying that if we
So what
wanted to,
hap-
we would only be able to jump from one endless torment to another one. So there are a bunch of people like Strahd running around that linchpin to this location.
Somewhat. Every domain is ruled over by a dread lord. In your soul's case, their gnarled finger barely points. It fails to even lift up to your body. That would be Strahd von Zarovich. And your soul is confined over to the dread domain. You cannot escape even by going in another direction toward another one. Your soul is linked to it. But every dread domain can link here to the Amber Temple, and it takes different forms. For you view everything here as an endless mountain. The temple is destroyed. I'm not sure. Wouldn't recommend it.
Nobody has destroyed the temple yet, so...
Yeah, Sarisa. What do you...
My hypothesis would be that it could possibly unshackle all of the dread domains at once and cause all of them to blink out from existence along with any souls attached into them at the very least. But nobody would be insane enough to do such a thing.
Aqua, which one was the Lich one again?
That would be...
Oh
this
wait,
one,
did you
which
just
doesn't-
do the handouts all at once somewhere? And did you just
No.
do the handouts all at once somewhere?
Yeah, give me a second.
No.
Give me a second.
Oh, I found them.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll explain mine. I have the dark power of Lady of Delights, the Shami Amurai.
Was that English? Or common? Sorry.
Yes. Her name is Shami Amurai. She is the Lady of Delights. That's my dark power. I grabbed it a long time ago. Well, to be fair, I haven't really used it that much since I haven't left the temple.
What's it do?
Alright, there we go.
You wanna
Oh,
pop
wait,
it
that's
on
the wrong
screen?
one. Well, they tell you about Drizzlash anyway.
Just randomly juts in like, hey, by the way, Drizzlash.
By the way, Drizzlash, the nine-eyed spider.
Right, the nine-eyed spider is... I don't
Oh
know.
god. Mark, no.
There's Lady of Delight. That's the one I have.
I'm getting a flashback to a few barbarians underneath a dragon. Aqua.
There wouldn't happen to be a dragon-related dark gift, would there?
You may be thinking of the grave worm. So, it's not exactly what you were looking for. But I believe you may find interest in it regardless.
You will explain the grave worm, flying speed, and etc. etc.
First time each turn, you within.
Then, one of my favorites, the five-headed destroyer, the Great Tar Hawk.
Go ahead and find where it is. Here it is.
I believe you might like this one. Shield and armor guy.
Well, Lady of Delights is actually really good for persuasion.
Yeah, I have it though. So.
Fenrir.
What the heck?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yo, I would also like that.
Oh wow. That one just kind of got better and better.
Which one?
No.
Lady of the Lights or the
No, great.
I
demo.
had
No,
to-
the five-headed destroyer.
the Fire Destroyer is epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then she will
Was that
tell
in
you
character,
about.
Rose?
Yes, of course. He loves this though.
They're
Um,
younger than me. Please forgive them.
Yeah. The Star of Secrets, Kirad.
This was the one that I happen to possess, and it is perhaps necessary for me to have resided in the temple for so long.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh.
You also have the Star of Ice and Hate, the Delbon.
Let me find it. As they bring up about the Star of Ice and Hate, or Xana explains it and finishes their explanation of this, they tell you, you may notice something about this one.
Oh. This is what the rock had, is it
Yes.
not?
Your fight with the rock, its abilities and the dark powers here, is not a coincidence. You see, many ages, long ago, another individual who it seems you have met, their mechanical arm like motions over to Ilion as if acknowledging that they wintered the memories there. Baba Lysaga came here with an enormous pet, a rock, and through some experimentation on their part, and with knowledge I provided them, they put in not one, not two, but 3 dark powers into one creature, making it nearly godlike in strength, immense in its own way.
Diana will tell you which 3 the rock had. The Star of Ice and Hate and the other 2 that I don't know, but Aqua will fill in the blanks.
Tell
The
you
Howling
about,
Storm.
tell you about Drinhala the Howling Storm. And it will also tell you about He of the Many Teeth.
And of course, Baba Lysaga, who had the Eye of Shadows.
And
Yurga.
some of you have been bestowed power from them as well. You see, the longer you have a dark power, the more years of experience you get, the more of its true depths you are unable to eventually unlock. A few hundred years will do that.
Well, if you've seen a location before, you can see what is happening. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
There's also the Evasive Vond. And Finger of Oblivion, Norganas.
That's a lot of dexterity. Oh my
Yep.
lord, that's a ton of dexterity.
It's really good.
But you always pass dexterity saving throws as well.
Well, also, if you already have evasion, you get +7 dexterity.
Wow.
What was the second
By
one
the
you
way,
brought up?
I'm gonna remind everybody really quick
Finger
while
of
you're looking at
Oblivion.
these that they all have a taboo, I guess, that comes alongside them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a dark power.
Yeah.
so.
Although Fenrir's prices, you're not allowed to be evil, which is an interesting dark power.
No, it's for all of them. You're not allowed to do anything evil with your powers
Okay.
for as long as you live. That's the only condition that the dark powers have.
Meanwhile, Finger of Death and Horde Wilting.
Well,
Yeah.
Right?
Do you cast necromancy spells?
Freddy.
You can see through Fenrir's armor, right? If you do, what you notice is their flesh appears to be transparent.
Oh, shit.
that's
Teresa just squids.
there
Wait, does that mean,
is-
wait, if we can see
No,
through
no,
their armor, does that mean we can just see through Fenrir completely?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, technically, we've been able to see through everyone, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, you
Your
can
X-ray
still see
vision.
them, I thought.
Like, yeah, we can
Depends-
still see him, but then we can
Well,
also
depends
choose
on
to see
how
through
thick.
him.
Depends on how thick they are.
Did we show the
Hmm.
grave wormer already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, since you guys were talking about Savnok, what is Savnok?
Oh, we haven't
yes.
showed it. The inscrutable. He.
Let me go and find it.
I would read these out loud, but I feel like better for you guys to read these.
Yeah. Don't worry. We can.
Mainly because
Yeah.
there's just so many of them.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so many.
We're gonna be.
And
here
like,
a while.
there's literally no point in me giving you summaries. Like, y'all have eyes and
Yeah.
the ability to read.
In fact, Alien used to have a few eyes.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Oh, wow.
What the heck?
Oh, automatically passing intelligences. I think you'll need that. Finally,
Shoot,
one of the
that is really
marshals is
good.
good at it. One of the marshals is good as it says. Let's go.
Yeah.
Abe
Well-
would have loved that one.
What's the
Then we have-
redundancy to being immune to frightened again?
If somebody near you is like frightened, you just can touch them and then grant them immunity to the frightened condition also.
Looks at my aura of no be frightened.
Yeah, I think we should add that. That would work with paralysis now. Within 5 feet instead.
What is glibness?
You automatically. Oh my god, Russ, why did you take this one? I hate you.
Well,
What?
he
Um,
didn't
is,
really
You
Um,
automatically pass all deception checks.
Wait, I didn't
Glibness
take this one. Did I?
Is
You took the
yeah,
inscrutable. Savnok.
Yeah.
Nick, glibness is whenever you make a charisma check, you can just take a 15 instead of whatever you rolled.
Then there's the Kingmaker, Zantras, and the Invincible Yogg. There's so
oh my
many.
god, there's so many. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh
There's
wow.
18 in
Oh
total.
wow. The tanks are
Yeah.
Wow.
There is the Soul Hungerer, Psychane.
Sakanye.
And did we do the 99 Spider yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe we've told them about all of them except for 3. The Queen of Poxes,
Tenebrous.
also known as Fekre,
Tenebria?
Siriach the Hellhound Whisperer, and Zudon the Corpse Star. However, there is still more research being done on these 3. But I'm almost done, and with the information that you provided me already with your memories, give me a day and I think I can formulate a theory about them. Basically, they're not
Okay.
done yet.
Okay.
I ran out of time.
Fair enough.
Shoot, we
We'll
need a
say
minion
if
weapon.
you like any of the dark powers, well, I suppose other than the ones that have been already taken, you are more than welcome to, go to the sarcophagus and make a deal. As long as you're not an evil person doing evil deeds, you should be fine.
Aqua,
That's
would
all
you be
I
able
think.
to explain?
That singular ping.
Would you be able to explain the first point on the grave worm? I'm confused what it means. Like, if you already have a flying speed not granted by magic, you gain a flying speed of 30 feet.
If you have flying speed by like the fly spell, it doesn't increase it. It only does if you have like a base flying speed, essentially.
I think what it means is if you have a 60 fly speed, you'll instead gain 30 more feet, you know? Or I guess 120 feet or 30 more feet, whichever is greater.
You'd get up to 150 at that point.
Oh, okay.
You are called Aya and can fly.
Oh, so wait, so I would go up to 150 fly speed
Yes.
because Jesus Christ.
that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what were the 3 boons at the rock hide? It was Terrakimedes,
Howling
Delbon,
Storm,
and
the
Dalverner, or
The
sh-
you have many teeth. The
Star of Ice and Hate, and then the Grave Worm, right?
yes.
No, I thought he had the Howling Storm. He had Howling
Yeah, the
Storm.
Howling Storm. Yeah, the Howling.
Oh, the
Storm.
Howling Storm, okay. Because he also had flyby and was really fast. I thought maybe that was part of it.
I think it's just because he was a bird.
Yeah, I guess so.
That would simply be because they were a creature of exceptional might. Elder, I believe I've heard the term called, for beasts of immense proportion.
The redundancy bonus for gaining an immunity that you already have is just a resistance, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just double checking.
Now, I warned you, each of these does come with some kind of physical deformity, but we haven't had as much time to research those as, well, generally they take time to manifest.
Alien's got a couple of those already.
Yeah, I
least
think
it's gonna be
we're
an eldritch
good, you
horror.
know.
Was the
Hey,
one
Mark,
that
maybe-
you talked
maybe you should- Mark,
took
maybe you
the
should
one that
take
gave you
the-
your physical deformity.
Mark, you should take the nine-eyed spider and just gain more eyes.
What? Considering any of the powers? I'm curious.
I am.
Atreus,
Yeah.
what was your question, Atreus?
He asked if he got his physical limitations due to his boon, or I guess his dark power.
No. This is because you see them like lurch up on the chair just a little bit. All their bones kind of crack a bit.
You don't have to stress yourself too much.
It's because when you become a lich, you sometimes forget to take care of your body, and when you have machines to do everything for you, you get a little bit lazy. I've simply not kept up with my body. This is not the curse of the dark power, this is the curse of being undead.
I see. I always thought that liches had some sort of way of sort of just designing their body how they will it.
You have some degree of magic, but there is one problem. No matter how many times I rest here, I never seem to regain my touch at magic. The air around here is thick, like a miasma. Resting here to regain your spells is impossible.
Right.
How
Oh.
interesting.
We just gotta go outside.
Basically, you cannot.
I would not recommend that if you
Mhm.
intend to keep a dark power. As soon as you entered into this temple, your fate was sealed. Your soul will be rejected from the Amber Temple forever once you leave. You can never
shit.
return.
That's why you stuck around.
hmm
How did you know that before leaving here?
I have lived for a very, very long time. I have once long ago had the power to do this. They with their hand they open it up marginally and a letter appears inside of it. It opens up as their mechanical device writes over into it, writing over like little scribbles, and then with like a little flick, it just disappears into the air. Normally, it is not possible to send information and content to any other dread plane. They're independent. But call it part of my imprisonment, my sentence that I previously had. The dark powers have a twisted sense and gave me this power to communicate with others when I was despondent and alone for most of my existence. A tantalizing taste of what could be forever. They haven't taken it away, but after communicating with multiple other dread lords, I was able to figure out more about the nature of the Amber Temple before I ascended into it.
I see. Well, among the two that I'm particularly interested is Yogg and Great Tarhak.
Excellent decisions. While you're talking about this, Fenrir, you head over, like sneaking away from the group as you have a dark power already, over to Zudon. And as you even just approach over to the sarcophagus, you hear the telepathic message from within, even while standing within its perimeter. So you have returned. You are here. And as it foretells, remember your oath.
I have never been here before. What are you talking about?
You think you have not. Touch the sarcophagus and let me show you.
Oh, why not? Fuck it, slap the sarcophagus. Why
Yeah,
not?
Fenrir slaps onto it. Fenrir, like, in vision all around, once again transported out and about. There it is in front of you, as something that you saw when you originally came back, revived once more. You're in almost like an astral plane, but darker. Black stars dimly lit out in the distance, and as if it just appearing from the darkness itself, an aberrant, moon-sized, planetary body covered in eyes. Dozens, hundreds of mounds, mountains, and hills across the horizon as far as your eye can see, revealing hundreds of purple-irised eyes that stare at you all at once, each one larger than a city. And you remember, this is what you saw when you were originally revived. Do not forget your promise.
Wish I could forget this sight.
You are ejected out immediately.
Rude. He'll walk out the door and just quietly murmur, "I never forget my promises."
If no one stops Atreus, he'll be making his way towards the sarcophagus for Great Tarhak.
Let me see where Tarhak is.
You see Diana very excited about that one because that one is her favorite, other than, her own.
Linnea tackles Atreus and they have a strength fight.
I am tempted to do so, but I'll leave it for Atreus. I think it's okay.
I mean, I had been giving everyone plenty of time to make their decisions.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Unless everyone decides to do it or not, Atreus will be making his way towards it.
What's Tarhak's title again?
Five-headed destroyer.
Yes.
You said there were a few that weren't ready yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be
I'm gonna
waiting
wait.
until those are.
Yeah, I think I'll wait
known.
too, just in case.
I'll wait.
Yeah, me too.
I think he has like a general idea of what they are, so.
Yes. Queen of Poxes does have to do with granting the power of disease. The Hellhound Whisperer allows you to summon demons, and the Corpse Star allows you to revive the ancient dead.
Summon demons, huh?
I knew Kamala.
I knew-
Well, yeah, and I feel like the Queen of Fox is perfect for Mark.
Wait, what?
There's the one called the Queen of Pox that's in the making.
Yeah.
She's, like, the ability of disease. I think it has a bunch of stuff to do with poison and shit.
Atreus, you go over here toward Tarhak's shrine. Or, not shrine, their coffin, really.
Yep, he'll reach over and, I guess, yeah, he'll boldly reach over and touch the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll also say to the people who are still kind of waiting, sometimes they call to you, so you may walk around and see which one
There are also
is
multiple.
calling your name.
You may. This is also this small nudge, this telepathic nudge, is often how they manage to manifest outside here of the Ember Temple. After all, you may wonder, if they are in here, how is it that those get dark powers without visiting? Those who are fairly experienced can make deals granting figments of the dark power to others, under the same condition. And others sometimes will find themselves simply in supernatural positions, where the dark powers can manifest more strongly and provide the deals outside of this tomb.
It is, the best if you do get it in the tomb, since the powers are the strongest here.
Indeed. As Atreus, you reach over and touch the western sarcophagus, you are launched forward into a desolate wasteland of mountainous canyons, ridges, and chasms that bubble with streams and geysers of lava. A great river of lava cuts through the earth nearby, its surface churning with melting black stone and spouts of hot magma. The river flows into a large lake of lava, framed by a semicircle of 5 great mountains that tower above the rest. And rising from this lava of the lake is none other than them. Great Tarhak, the 5-headed destroyer, an immense 5-headed hydra with dark platinum scales, and each maw wide enough to devour a city. And each of its heads speaks simultaneously over to you at once. I am the great Tarhak. I offer you strength. Do you accept?
I believe I already heard the conditions. I accept.
Then, E3 of the Mauls instantly reach out and pin onto one of your arms each, dragging you down with immense speed toward the lava lake below. And it places you inside.
God, Atreus is dead. I'm kidding.
The lava stings at first, with the worst burning sensation you have ever felt. And slowly, it begins to feel like water, as you are baptized inside of the lava. Returning back over to the physical world, Atreus. Your experience as you close your eyes underwater, when you open them back, you are once again in the Amber Temple. And when you look about to see if any physical changes had manifested onto you, there is, in fact, one. You see that your muscles, your armor is barely fitting onto yourself. Your muscles have swelled to an enormous size, but you see that little pieces of orange fur and spines appear to be extending out of your armor into slight uncovered places.
Well,
You turned Atreus into a furry.
I guess turning to a beast was only going to eventually be an eventuality.
Aqua, I want to talk about what happened in the plane with the Lady of Delights. Could you kind of tell me what she did and how it's manifested on my body, since I've had it for a while? I don't know.
You've had it for such a while that it doesn't manifest anymore.
Oh, okay.
As you explain to them.
I guess I'll just take this as other, and what should I call this? For my sheet, I guess. Is it a boon?
Yeah.
It's a
It's
dark
power.
gift.
Oh, dark power. Okay.
Over to Sarisa. For evil, intentional evil, yes. Such is the nature of the bargain. That is the goal of these dark powers. To provide more good in the world. And know that while I have already taken one, the dark powers are not fickle. They have a small downtime on which they cannot provide the power again. But from my understanding, multiple people can benefit at once.
Oh,
Not within any short time frame.
cool.
Okay.
If you seek my divination abilities also, you will find them, but I would not recommend looking through my memories. I hide them for a reason, and I seek redemption from crimes that I am now trying to repent for.
Fair enough. But yeah. I think the rest of us are gonna wait until he's got some more information on the other ones tomorrow.
Sorry, can you tell us what we're waiting for again? What did they do? I heard summon demons and what?
Summon
Then
demon
with disease.
and
Raising ancient dead.
yeah, raising ancient dead.
Okay.
I'm interested in Zentress just because you can change any saving throw you cause to be a charisma saving throw instead, which is just really good.
Oh, by the way, you
That's-
made a mention that my arm. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that was all I was saying.
Oh, okay. You made a mention that my armor was almost nearly bursting out from the muscles I had, but I'm wearing magic armor. Does it reconform to my new body?
Yes, given a little span of time, right? It's slightly slowly morphs, so it fits properly.
Wait, doesn't Xanthrus just mean you pass all saving throws, basically?
Yeah.
No, you can change any saving throw you cause to be a charisma saving throw.
Oh, cause. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
You willed the world with your words, and it happens. What more power could one want than that?
I could make my dragon breath say a charisma saving throw.
So, Nick, when everyone has a plus 27 to their constitution saves, you can just make your poison a charisma save, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I could also make my dragon breath a constitution saving throw.
Go
Or-
Fenrir with Yogg, let's go.
My wing attacks. My wing. Wait, what do you mean Fenrir with Yogg? Fenrir already has one.
Yeah.
They turn over to you, Fenrir.
Boo.
Diana, would you like to explain?
Well, in theory, the dark power essentially takes over your body and your soul, and so you only have one of those. You can't really have more than one dark power.
You could if you're willing to burst at the seams.
Yeah, if you want to try it, good for research, bad for health.
Sorry, can you replay the music? It seems to have cut off for me. Thank you.
Also, I asked you about what the Lady of the Lights did. Do you have a thing for her?
Oh yeah, like what you experienced when you saw the lady. Originally, after accepting the deal with the lady, your hair turned red and grew down below your waist. No matter how much you cut it, it would never stop growing to past your waist. Your feet also fused into cloven hooves. When communed originally with Shamia Morai, you were transported to a lush windowless parlor lit by flickering candlelights and filled with soft pillows, divans, love seats, and futons colored pink, pastel green, and scarlet red. At the center of the room was Shamia Morai, the Lady of the Lights. Their beautiful face was painted white, and her lips were a deep crimson red, eyes jade green, and hair pulled into a simple but neat bun on her head, kept in place by a pair of ivory needles. They offered you the gift, and when you accepted, the needles stabbed into you 100 times, over and over, until eventually all consciousness faded, and you returned back to reality.
Dang, you passed out during a tattoo.
Basically.
over to Teresa. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
No, go ahead.
The dark powers intentionally, I believe, grant powers to both evil and good. You see, if they are good, it means individuals with powerful abilities will be out there, making the world and interplanetary multiverse better. And those who are evil will abuse their power and be trapped forever, locked away from all others. And power tempts those who are evil. It seems almost the dark powers are all too willing to grant it to those who are evil, as I once knew. A past I have now left behind.
Atreus is going to take sections of his armor to fully inspect the modifications done to his body.
Yeah, you see that it's covered in like incredibly sharp spines that when your physical might touches them, they just break underneath your sheer weight. They're everywhere, and no matter how many times you break them, they regrow at rapid speed.
He's a bit perturbed by this. Is it on his head too?
Yes, everywhere.
I see. He just redons his armor and rejoins the party.
Unfortunately, you seek power, but what do you plan to use this power for? You climbed this mountain to do so.
I intend to free those stuck in Borovia.
How do you intend to do that?
Well, I was hoping you would find the answers up here.
I am sorry, but I cannot help you with that. I do not want to help you with that.
That's
And I will just say, technically speaking, all you have to do is have Strahd repent for his sins.
Strahd what?
Speaking.
Repent for his sins.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, theoretically. I'm not really sure. My scrying and all the research in this temple has still not given me answers about what exactly he did. All I know is that Vampire has been consumed by him, which means he's a lot stronger than he looks. If he can consume the entirety of the Dark Power, I'm afraid what he can do with it.
Ultimately, it will not be an easy task if that is the path you choose. I must confess that what made me so obstinate, what made me so difficult, was a fundamental character flaw that I could not easily rid after hundreds and hundreds of years of getting the chance to repeat the same scenario over and over again. As for Irina, that was a great point about Irina. They are here the whole time. They've just been very quiet.
Very quiet.
This place makes them very uncomfortable. I feel like discomfort has just been kind of my standard by now. Hold on, give me
Now
a
that I'm
second.
thinking, maybe Sabnock's bin would have been great for Eri.
I'll tell her, would you like a Dark Power?
No, Diana. Not her. She is part of the loop. I cannot.
Do you think?
Oh,
I believe
because-
so.
because she's
She
like-
can try, but my understanding is that she is part of the Great Wheel. Will not be able to benefit.
That
You
is
understand
a
how
great.
it is.
That is a great theory. I would love to test it, Irina.
What do you
He's
mean
not
by...
your research subject.
She like rushes to some of her like journals, and upon looking into it a little more, she kind of pauses. Like, I think you're right. It won't work.
What do you mean by Great Wheel?
Of
You-
cosmology.
Not of cosmology, but of fate. Borovia was created for Strahd, and you were created for Strahd too. You are part of the redemption. I am sorry it has to be this way. What? You are fated to die by them over and over again. In our quest for redemption. What? You're
No
kidding,
one's
right?
dying.
Wait,
here.
didn't we already know that? Or did we not?
We already know that they've led multiple lives, but this is a
Yeah,
little bit of different formation.
That they that they just keep reviving and dying.
Oh, you know that much, sure. But let me get a closer look, if you will, Irina.
It's not a revival, it's reincarnation.
It's more than simply that. I have watched from up here what exactly Strahd has done. I know what causes these loops of yours if you will simply touch your memories to my hand. What should I... They seem uncertain and are looking to all of you for guidance about this choice.
Grab
Do
his
it.
freaking hand.
Do it. Do it.
Do
I
it.
mean, maybe if we can defeat Strahd, maybe we can break the loop or something.
I will say this to her. You've always wanted answers. That much I know.
Yes, I suppose this is the one chance, and if what you said is true, as soon as I leave, I can never return. Yes, it is the first time you, Tatiana, have ever arrived up here. We'll go up and have their hand placed up onto theirs. And their memories, you see their eyes light up. But unusually this time, what you see is that Exanter's eyes light up once again as blue light flows down into Irina, who reels back with a horrified expression on their face. No. No, no, no. I have returned your lost memories. For every single one of the times you have died.
Wait.
No,
Oh.
no. Irina's just kind of... They're trying hard not to cry about this. It makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
Arm emotions in the chat.
Yeah, I have it. I use it.
So,
I got you.
Alright, they call him back. Thank you. Okay. It is Strahd. Every single time. It's always been Strahd. They kill you every single time you fail. For their redemption. And they will continue to do so. They killed me over and over again. Every single time I've died has been because of Strahd. Because I just refuse. It's all so crystal clear in my head now. They want you for a purpose. Until you fulfill that purpose, you will be stuck. And them too. I think I need to cool off a bit.
Okay.
I know it's a lot, Arena.
In time, they will accept their place.
So,
They're saving up.
Linnea would like to go over to the grave worm sarcophagus.
Nothing happens in that case, Arisa. It's not a redundancy. Right.
I will
Oh.
take her to the grave worm.
Unfortunate.
Alright, you head over to
Must I forget to add my last level of HP.
Tarakamedes, the grave worm.
Okay, man.
You rolled a 1. Well, you get 3.
3 plus 3, so 6.
Wow, what an insane amount of HP.
You head over here and there to the east. No, sorry. To the south, Sarcophagus. Nope, never mind. I'm actually bad. It is the east. The east Sarcophagus lies Tarakademus, the grave worm.
I will reach out my hand and touch the sarcophagus.
You do. And launch forward you are into a vast ossuary built that resembles a throne room forged entirely of bones. Lightless grey flames burn in countless sconces carved from skulls and mounted upon the walls, built from interlocking femurs and decorated with rib cages organized in skinning patterns. From the walls themselves, bursting through, is Tarakademus the Grave Worm, a serpentine worm with a body formed of jagged grey spikes, its head terminating in a massive two-filled maw that extends beyond the edges of its body, without eyes or other facial features. Twin skeletal wings extend from its back, and its enormous wingspan brushes the edges of the chamber as its massive body encircles about you. Except...
Or what?
Yes. Well, what's well, I guess. What
Bro, you already
what-
said yes.
Yeah. Well, what price do you or do you require?
I hear you in the temple. You know the price. The power awaits you.
He's got you there.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, I will accept.
As you accept, you feel a sharp pain as one of your finger bones is launched out of your body. And then another.
Jesus.
And then another. As every bone one by one launches out into the pile of the walls and the throne, you are gone before even half of your bones have disappeared. And as the consciousness fades from you, you return back to reality here in the Amber Temple. Over on, you check for any physical alterations about you, and you notice that your nails have become long and bony, about 5 inches long apiece. There are small vestigial wings of bone that have begun to emerge from your back, but they don't seem to function at this moment. And most notably, you feel that the bones of your dragon companion have fused to your body, unable to be torn apart. They are part of you now.
Okay. Alrighty.
Well, I'm sure you are all tired from fighting the rock, but unfortunately, this is not the place to rest.
You may sleep, but rest will elude you.
Fair enough.
The area here is tainted.
In that case, it gives me more time to talk to him.
I could use the company after so long.
Hey! Rude!
Yeah.
You wouldn't
To be-
understand. You're not
to
our
be
Mr.
fair-
Sorry.
To be fair, I could use the company of literally anyone else, so let's hang out.
As you were fond to tell me.
Old man, we've spent centuries together. I don't know what more you want from me.
Heading. Fenrir, you head up to the chapel on the northern floor. And you enter the room to find that Irina is inside of there, just kind of sitting.
Oh.
Welcome.
Shit. Wow.
Have you also
Good
come to
thought.
think?
Yes, I was sat here before. It's quite tranquil. Or the most tranquil place in here, anyway.
Hmm.
Would you like some space, or?
No. I think maybe I had always thought that at some point, in some fashion, but never quite connected the dots. I mean, it makes sense if Strahd needs me to get stronger, and every single time I fail to do that, they reset it. Like I'm some kind of toy to start over with every single time. Now the question is what to do with this, since I can't even get the various benefits it seems you all are.
Fenrir will like put an arm on her, on the left shoulder, right shoulder, and just say, "Trust me, these gifts. Well, they're not all that they seem." And he has his helmet on, but he has sort of like a saddened tone alongside that.
Yes. Well, that was to slay Strahd once and for all. Surely 8 dark powers can beat simply 1.
I have concerns that while we may be simply adopting some of these powers, if he has destroyed 1 or 2 of them, well, perhaps best not to think about right now.
Yes. It's whenever there's like spare time between the party discussing things, Extanter's always like, one more thing about the dragon that you may not have seen. As Ilion has seen it, because they're also a master artificer. And the 2 artificers are exchanging ideas.
I also want to ask him about the shield golem.
Oh, the shield guardian. I'd heard that it was a creation that had been seen about an occasional one here and there. It's supposed to be able to absorb spells, but I found it underwhelming and simply kept it there until I feel like there is something I can do with it, but I will have to think more about it. Maybe in the 2nd century from now. The next century, I need to clean this place. But I have said that for the past few centuries.
I literally always do the cleaning around here. You would die without me.
I literally cannot die.
Well then, why do you look so dead, old man?
Oh lord.
Do you see what I have dealt with?
And now it's our turn, I guess.
Please, guys, you've got guests. Keep the domestics in check. Not that I'm there to say that.
I will tell everyone, we're just messing around. We have a great working relationship.
That being said, Diana, are you merely content to stay here forever? For once, a band of similarly minded individuals are here.
What, you want me to leave? You literally never do the chores. And I can never come back here again.
There is not much more for you to gain. Once, with the memories we have gained here, we'll understand more about everything about the remaining dark powers that we have not gotten to fully research. And once we have those, I believe my remaining purpose was simply to defend this place against any who would attempt to thwart that lies within. I do not believe that functions as your purpose.
Perhaps you could find good purpose in the Institute. We are looking to create a better world.
It would be nice to use Shamia Morai's powers at least once.
Perhaps join their institute. It seems they are hiring.
You did use the scrying orb on this guy, right?
Did Cabal allow him to touch their memories already?
Nope.
I am curious about this institute of yours. May I see into your memories? It seems you came here in search of something. People do not enter Borovia without purpose. Perhaps I can help.
Kamal considers this. In a moment of clarity, I suppose.
A rare moment indeed.
This is, by the way, the most sane he's been for the last while. Must be all this amber keeping his thoughts in place.
Mm-hmm.
Then, reach over to my hand.
I only wonder what will happen.
They take the memories. I'm sorry, I just find something amusing. You seek this Robert Flay?
Correct.
You have talked to them
Oh my
multiple
God, are
times
you
already.
kidding me?
Oh, the reveal.
You've not realized it, but you have. Let me show you where. They touch their hand over onto your head, Cabal, and infuse you with memories. And there it is. In clarity, as if revealing one bit by one bit, a scene of water. A fish arriving up from it.
Oh my god!
And a man on a bridge
Oh my
staring
God!
at you in your memories saying, "Morning."
Holy shit!
Well,
This is literally the best thing that's ever happened.
this is the big twist.
Oh no.
What?
What?
I don't get the reference. What the heck?
You know the guy by the lake
Fisherman.
that was just as morning to us?
Oh,
One
shit.
guy that every single time we cross the bridge,
Yep.
he just says "Warden."
Oh,
That's funny.
Shit.
Sorry,
Yes.
you came to Borovia to look for Bobby Flay?
Yeah, he literally came to look for Bobby Flay.
You know
That
what?
is so
pronounce-
funny to me.
That's
You're
incredible.
pronouncing their name incorrectly. Their name is Bobby Fillet.
Oh my god.
It's the memory.
Oh shit.
Right
There's
there.
Nova.
Ignore the HP bar, it's wrong.
I can't believe Bobby Flay actually exists, though. This was a fool's errand, by the way.
Bobby Flay.
Bobby Fillet.
This is no fool's errand, my boy. You have searched long and hard and found your answer here at the temple, and you have earned it. I have many answers. I've been here for a long time. A small part of your memories, and I can see what I can do about answering any other questions you may have.
Since we are acquainted, Aqua, can you show me the upstairs map again for a second?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask him if he's got a workshop that I would be able to use. If we're not gonna be sleeping here anyway.
You
Is
know,
it,
it's
what
funny,
is this?
I was actually gonna ask you.
That is a
tell
workshop,
you to-
actually.
I was actually gonna tell you
Okay.
to ask if he had one.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can use that, because I do want to talk to him about the dragon as much as possible. And on that same note, do you think that item that I've been talking to you about, that custom item, would be easier with his knowledge about the dragon?
Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
God.
You'd
didn't
be
know
able to
you were
work together
actually
on it even.
thinking of a custom item. Oh no.
Damn. Then we got the creator himself here to help me with it.
Fuck. We should have gotten the Thunder's Encore. Then he could have helped you with that. All right, whatever.
Now, do not take this in the wrong way. But are you intending to stay here for a long time, or shall you depart once you all have obtained your answers, your dark powers, and we have created our inventions?
I just need to know more information on how to have deal with the Strahd, but I suppose I've gotten my answer from you. What happens to those that are made for Strahd if he's removed?
They are real people. They will persist. Back over in my dread domain, Aborka, when I finally turned it into a utopia, the people remained, and the mist faded. A brand new city of damned people who are now freed. For you see, have you ever stared out at the sky above? If you
I
would not
suppose I
mind, reach your head to my hand, and I will show you what lies above the clouds.
Well, Atreus doesn't completely trust him, but he doesn't see any harm in doing so. So he'll go over and allow him to, I guess, touch his head.
Yeah.
Careful of the spikes. They're kind of new.
They touch the hand over, and they achieve some of the memories, and they inject them back over to you. And what you see is a creature that dies on the floor, a wolf, simply. Its soul leaves its body and ascends up into the sky. And rather than ascending anywhere else, it simply becomes part of the stars above in Borovia, circling and swimming up there. That is where all the souls reside. Forever. And when people are born, the souls are taken back down and placed into new bodies to relive experiences again and again. That is what has happened to your friend here, Irina. Except they are part of the greater loop and are always destined to repeat this cycle until Strahd redeems themselves.
How do we redeem Strahd?
Is Fenrir actually asking now, or are they on the chapel?
I mean, I'm in the chapel, but that's more like.
I
If
mean,
I was
Atreus would have
Paradise-
asked the same question. He did wonder, like, what was his great evil, and how, and what best would be the best path to redeem him?
Spear.
Something like that.
Let me tell you of Strahd's great evil. Strahd came to the temple seeking power. Power they believed that would allow them to gain the affection of a beloved Tatiana, the spouse of their brother, Sergei. Strahd came looking and saw the dominion over minds that Vampire granted, and took it with them. From there, I had to scry intensely into memories in order to know more, but fortunately I had developed my power enough to see exactly what had transpired. On the day when Strahd killed their brother Sergei in a fit of jealousy to try and win the affections of Tatiana, they chased them down the halls of Castle Ravenloft to the cliff. And when they posed a question to Tatiana, "Marry me, or would you prefer to die?" she threw herself from that cliff into the sheer rocks below. And Strahd's transformation was complete. Their great evil was in refusing to accept that of others. They chose to grant this dominion over minds, believing that affection could be controlled rather than earned. And most importantly, no matter how much they attempted to deceive themselves, they knew they were wrong. They knew from the moment their knife dug into Sergei's back and they bit into their neck and tore their jugular out, that what they were doing was evil, and they chose to continue anyway, confining them to the dread plane. Now, they are doomed to always strive for Tatiana's affections, always seeking to control it, and never to simply earn it.
I'll take you up on that, Fenrir.
And I suppose slaying Strahd is also just simply not enough to end this dread plane.
If it were that easy, the many times I killed myself would have done something. But all it did was reset the cycle anew. A fresh body, fresh suffering. The loop will repeat. It always will until redemption is acquired.
Seems like we need an alternate solution to leaving Borovia, because defeating Strahd's not really going to do it.
It seems so. But convincing that stick in the mud to change his mind is not going to be easy.
No.
Not just about getting him to change his mind. He needs to realize his mistake. Not just do it out of, like, the fact that he's supposed to.
Yeah.
This is correct. True atonement does not come from recognizing that there is a reward for doing so. True forgiveness, true atonement, is making right the wrongs, understanding that some things are simply unforgivable. Perhaps Strahd can never have Tatiana, and they need to understand this. If you can convince them, perhaps you stand a chance at being able to create a new utopia here in Borovia.
No, we cannot tell him.
It is
I don't
quite an
think-
elegant system, isn't it?
Elegant is a word to use in this situation. But I do think you're right. With my help, maybe I'll have a purpose somewhere else.
And perhaps you can help them with this quest of theirs to redeem Strahd. After all, you have the most knowledge of dark powers. You have seen firsthand what it can do. Perhaps it is you who can help these adventurers I have looked at their memories. They are good people. They are good people. They have helped many. From freeing ghosts trapped inside of a house to saving the son of a priest who didn't seem to have any salvation, providing him with blood from their own stores. These are good people. Perhaps you can help free them. But I will not help you destroy the Dread Plane, or free all the inhabitants outside of Redemption. If there is such a way, I am not interested.
That would be chaos to the universe.
Their quinking little metal legs twitch a little bit. I have talked that much at length. Please have some sleep for the night. Or whatever time it is. You lose track of time quickly when you don't need to sleep. As I believe one person here can attest to.
That's okay, we have people with keen minds who know exactly what time it is.
True.
Cabal's not one of those.
I do possess an orb of time, though.
Wow.
I always forget about pondering the orb.
Oh no.
I do ponder it sometimes.
Ponder.
It is about night, I believe. Like, you had all travel up the mountain as like at least like 12 hours or so.
Yeah, that was a grueling trip up the mountain, honestly.
I
Allow
will
me to
tell.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
I was gonna say, if you guys have the urge to, get a dark power, just come down here at any point in time.
I'll definitely wait until you finish your research on the remaining 3.
Yes, it should not take too long. I will do my best. We can begin immediately after I provide you all something. Seeing through your memories, I recognize your great potential. Perhaps it will be you who redeems Strahd and creates another utopia. The most I can do is provide some assistance.
Okay.
They go ahead and head over to the gold room. Take as much as you'd like, but leave the alchemist stone. I need it to create more projects.
Yep, fair enough. How much
There
gold
is
there?
The alchemist stone has been popping out these coins for quite a while now. The total amount of gold that is inside of here totals up to what would it be? Sorry, give me math. It totals up to 160,000 gold pieces. Exact, as the alchemist stone plops out the 160,000 coin.
Can we get that per person?
Oh,
20,000,
Jesus.
I think, right?
Yeah, 20,000. 160,000 apiece.
I would love that, but
Dope.
That's very convenient. A very convenient number of gold coins inside of here.
Damn, how long
Yeah.
did it take to count all that?
By the time you counted the 159,999 gold coin, the 160,000 popped out.
Oh, so here I was thinking the alchemist stone was like keeping track.
Actually, you know what? That is probably even funnier. I like that. Yeah, the alchemist stone just keep track so they know how much gold they have. As you line up your pockets, you have to give you don't have your extra dimensional bags or anything, so Alinea probably has to carry a lot of it. But you collect all of it.
Cabal's mount. Good.
Yeah.
You right there. Pick it up.
They place the stone back over into one of the heaps that is now completely empty. It begins to plop out one gold coin, one gold coin, one gold coin. This is one of my greater works. It's quite convenient. but I need it, because otherwise I will be dreadfully bored up here.
How long did it take you to make that, out of curiosity?
Oh, I think it took 2 centuries or so.
Not bad.
The rate of gold per second? It is. Give me a moment, I have to math out something.
Honestly, we're lucky this isn't like mainstream or in that like corporate business that runs the ring of inventory, because that would just destroy the entire economy. I'm convinced.
So much shit here.
Give me just a moment. I almost have the number calculated.
Okay, Rose, can you at least tell me that your character, after spending centuries with this guy, has Artificer Initiate as a feat?
No.
I cannot say that I have Artificer Initiate.
I'm mad. That would have been too
While
perfect.
he was artificing, I was pondering the orb. So
Actually,
Yeah,
dude.
he was pondering it the way I put it in campaign chat.
Man, no wonder
Yeah.
he had no one to talk to. I feel so sad.
It pops out a gold coin about every 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Or approximately like 150,000 a year or so. 150,000, 180,000.
Not bad. That adds up when you have centuries to live.
Yeah. Investment banking at its finest.
this is why all immortal creatures in all the movies are rich.
Yes, I must admit, I use a lot of the gold for projects. It occupies some time between the research, and now that I know that we've gathered the information I need for the final dark powers, I can finally put that chapter of my life to rest, and simply serve as the protector of this place. I'm glad that all of you were such kind individuals.
We try.
They will leave all of you to discuss your next move, and I will see if I can finish up the remaining stuff as you discuss. Let me see if I can finish up the last 3. I didn't quite have the time to finish.
Diana will ask the other artificer if he can make her a shield from the material that she pondered you having. She'll say,
Yes,
I have the gold
but
for it.
I do not have it with me because I will pull out my bag of holding and look into it and see nothing.
Well, perhaps when we get out of here. I've always wanted a shield, and I don't know why, but he gets a little stingy with giving me things.
It's because you always break them! You
No,
hear him
I
yell
don't!
from the next room.
Okay, well, maybe I do. I have broken several things over the years.
Interesting.
But still, it's an accident. It's not like I'm doing anything bad.
The last thing I just leave you with as a go do this research, which is me typing, is you should carefully consider what your next move shall be. You came up here, that much I see. Not necessarily for the power, but almost in spite of Strahd's insistence, you not be up here.
Yep.
But now, you are
Well,
like
actually,
a
I don't know
dog
that,
that has caught their own tail. What will you do now? As they head off to do their research.
That's a damn good question. You know, we could go help out those guys at the monastery.
We have several things that could be
Yeah.
done. Help. We still need to deliver, at least hopefully clear out that section so that those people can find a nice place to live. We can help out those at the monastery to see if there's anything to be done for them.
I think that was like the lake or something like that. Under the lake, or I don't remember. It's been a while. Although Ilion remembers because that was like 3 days ago.
Why
So, you know.
is the Bartholomew like title like right there in the fucking middle of this screen?
Why not?
Bartholomew X Hellbound Swordsbird.
Well, you know, why not?
I don't know, cause it's like it was covering all the characters, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
When you can even like approach a fraction of Bartholomew's splendor, then you can also have your name on the map.
Does anyone have like an idea of how we can convince this Strahd to be good?
Yeah,
With
put a
great
spear in his
people.
brain.
But what?
Put a spear in his brain.
No, that would. Well, if we kill him, that will reset the cycle.
Yeah.
And Irina will have to go through it again.
Shame.
First of all, where did that voice come from? There's nobody around here. Second of all, yeah, that's a bad idea because he's gonna reset.
Or what if we don't stab him in the head? We stab him in like the stomach, and then while he's like on the floor dying, you know?
Repent,
Yeah.
accept Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we like drop some holy water on him and tell him to repent.
I have a feeling
The
forcing
power
a
of Christ compels you.
I have a feeling forcing a repentance is probably still not going to work. Simply
Probably not.
accepting the fact that you have to genuinely change, it seems.
Well, I think we can all agree that Strahd is an asshole, so who knows? Maybe he just won't change.
Well,
Possible.
it's not like the dark powers give a domain of dread for just anyone. So yes, he is an asshole, but
He's
From
our
the sounds of
asshole.
it, it sounds like they do give it to just about anyone who's done acts of evil.
most people don't hold on to the dread for thousands of years. I mean, they do for hundreds, but eventually they realize their mistakes. Strahd's been doing this for so long.
After a long while, Fenrir will re-emerge, and then we'll ask, well, I guess the party, the other guy's gone. So, what happens if we do kill Strahd? Then what?
He will reappear and restart the cycle.
What will happen to us if we kill Strahd?
Yeah. Would we be able to leave? Would we be trapped here?
We would still be trapped there until we die from natural causes, and eventually, when he is back, new adventurers are gonna probably take over this. Killing Strahd likely will do nothing. The plane, it will not stop existing, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe keeping him in this nightmare is good.
Well, it's keeping everyone in his nightmare. That's the bad part.
You hear the sounds of tinkering in the background as they are working on the research.
Cereza is probably gonna slither off and maybe talk to all the dark powers or something. I don't know. Cereza thinks.
Cereza things.
Cereza does Cereza thing.
They do the stick thing.
Andraste will take the dark power of Dalvernar, he of the many teeth.
Alright.
Okay.
You committed to he of the many teeth.
That's the one that revives you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, let me show
Now
you
you
where
can
that
kill
is.
yourself 3 times.
3, more like, what is it, 6 now?
It's okay, don't worry. Stratus probably has like 7 multi-attack.
Yeah.
They'll do like 300 damage with each hit.
wish that there was. Is there a way for you to get rid of like charm immunity on like things?
People who are immune to charm.
No.
There's so
not
many
wrong.
things.
Yeah, that's what I realized when I was looking through the one that you have. I was like, all these are charm. It's not as worth as I thought because there's no way around it.
My entire character is built around like enchantments anyway. Like I have a lot of spells that do psychic damage. So I didn't even know what the power did when I picked it. I just was like, I'll take it, you know? Like it's the one that sounded the most like the one that my character would like have.
Yeah.
And I like it a lot. I just like genuinely, if there's like no fucking way to get rid of charm like by raw, it feels like my spell like decisions are very limited. Because I just looked it up. In raw, there's over 300 monsters in the bestiary that are immune to charm and frighten. That's insane. That's the second most after poison, which is like 400 something.
Big W.
Yeah.
Which is funny because there are actually so few ways for PCs to charm normally. Over to here.
Yeah, cries and poison.
Over here, you touch the Eastern Sarcophagus Den Andraste. You are transported to a circular chamber whose walls, floors, and ceilings are formed entirely of concentric rings of human teeth. 9 alcoves line the wall, each containing a floating body of different humanoids. A body of a human, the body of a half-orc, the body of a halfling, a dragonborn, a gnome. They appear to be dead, but it's not totally certain. At the center of the chamber stands a stone dais upon which rests a tall stone basin, and within the basin swirls an ever-shifting liquid of wispy strands of grey, whites, and blues. Visions of dozens of shifting, ever-morphing faces are visible in the liquid surface. And lunging out from it, as a worm, is Nalvernar, he of the many teeth. Each limb and body part of this monstrous 10-foot worm splits into a separate mouth, or in some places, many separate mouths. Each mouth filled entirely with molars, fangs, canines, or tusks, and they constantly drool a thick, viscous saliva onto the floor. They chitter at you, and telepathically you understand what it is. For you would accept the gift of Dalvernal.
It's a lot of teeth. Yeah, yes I will.
Sounds like the monkey in Tomb.
They put your head in the basin.
My head?
Yep.
E.
E.
Andraste will do that.
You place your mouth into the basin, and suddenly Dalvernal of the many teeth, with a worm-like body, wraps your head onto the cauldron as to not allow it to be able to escape. As one by one, each one of your teeth are violently yanked out and added to the bottom of the pool. As the final tooth is locked out, you find yourself returned back over to the Amber Temple. After a brief flash of black.
I would legit not take that power just because of the brutal teeth snatching. Like, that's just
fine.
Thank you.
I'm going to assume I have no teeth now.
You click your teeth together to see that they are intact. Quick. They're there. You got your teeth still. But looking to see if there's a physical change onto you, there is. As you're clicking your teeth together, you find that your teeth are all long, sharp, pointed, and different. Some are tusks, some are canines, and some are very sharp molars. Your eyes are constantly glowing a pale yellow.
Basically, don't smile at anybody.
I will reassure Andraste that it will go away in a couple of centuries.
How many characters in the party are actually going to live multiple centuries?
Me?
Me.
Me.
Like half the party.
Yeah.
Well, just checking.
I mean, given circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, assuming I don't die. I mean, I
Assuming I don't die, I will live.
I age at 1/10 the rate of a normal human. Although I'm not human, a normal Goliath, I guess.
I'm an elf.
I am immortal.
That was cringe.
It's not cringe, it's a
Wow.
fact.
Facts can be cringe.
Well, facts.
Yeah,
are-
well, the
feel like-
fact is that you're cringe.
Whoa.
Fantastic. I may need more time to type up more of these, then I think I want you to keep you all waiting. So if you have any final questions for Exedanter, they will answer. But otherwise, that is about where the session will end, and I'll just stick around at the end as I continue to work a bit more on this.
I don't have any questions.
Then, thanks for joining. You hear the tinkering of machinery out in the background as they do their work, and I assume you all try for a long rest in here then?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay. I thought we can't do long rest inside here. We have to go somewhere
Yep.
else.
Yeah, what did he say?
Like,
We can sleep, but we're
jungle
not gonna go
malaise,
long rest.
basically. You know?
Why would
We
you know
can
what that is?
We can sleep, but we're not gonna get a rest.
I am a
Yeah.
scholar.
So
Okay?
we can't even
Mm,
short rest
right.
in here?
Nope.
You can,
Short rests and long rests alike don't work. It's only sleep.
Well, in
Please
that case, I am not going to sleep. I'm going to work.
Ilion's like, okay, it's time for me to relax. Immediately starts crafting intricate contraptions.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even count as a rest at all.
Not at all. No spell slots, no health.
I mean, that would
nothing.
explain why he said he's tried to regain his magic, but hasn't been able to.
Mm.
Oh my god, he hasn't regained his spell slots in centuries.
That
Mhm.
sucks.
Atreus
Unlike-
is gonna go up to the to what's his face, and he's gonna ask
Oh,
the
what's
stepping
his face?
like
I
just
love
stepping outside the temple. Just now, will he be unable to re-enter? Simply stepping
Correct.
outside the temple.
The instant you leave these premises, you will turn back and you will never see the Amber Temple again.
Interesting. I don't want to keep my companions outside waiting.
I understand. Allow me to help you out a little bit. With with their mechanical contraption, like a little flurry, like a whole a little piece of metal ejects out from the side of it, and in a flurry of like strand-like complexities, you see them create a little bird. Speak your message into it, and it will fly where you desire. It takes him just an action to do so.
Oh, I can communicate with the seal using that?
I don't know if my speech alone will work on my companions. They don't exactly speak the languages that you and I speak.
What language is that? I can tune this bird.
One is of a wolf, the other is of a giant worm.
They use an action to construct a little miniature of a wolf and another one of a worm.
A worm?
So they didn't want to enter this temple in the first place. So
The temple exudes perhaps tainted air. Beasts. They always seem to know these things. They must have recognized that something was afoul. But I will send out your message with your voice, and surely they will recognize it. They will know. As that flutters off, right? The wolf struts out onto the little ground on little mechanical legs. Going over toward you, Sarisa. Your own messages will not work, as most ways of communicating across this plane won't. But you see them place a letter out of their hand. I possess uniquely the power to communicate across the dread domains, including whoever you'd like to contact. Simply tell me your message, and I will send it.
Okay, Sarisa says she'll get back to him.
As for your
Feasible.
wish, this effect after casting wish?
Yeah,
what do
because
you
you
mean
said we
by-
can't long rest. So does that mean I keep that effect until we actually get the ability to long rest?
Yes.
Okay, so I still can't cast wish. Damn it.
I'm waiting for the opportunity.
I know, right? Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
Right. It doesn't take too long, Atreus, as within the next hour, the mechanical constructs have returned, and Xantadar tells you. Yes, they have received it, and they are waiting patiently for you out there. The weather has warmed up outside. It's quite nice, actually. I believe that things are returning to some normalcy after the rock has disappeared. Perhaps it's good that it is no longer there. My new role as this protector will supplant what it used to do. It will be up to me.
Do you think that there will be more visitors, not that there is not a giant bird scaring them off?
There is no giant bird in Borovia, but every domain of dread links here to the Amber Temple. Somebody will show up. Through the Dark Power's influence or otherwise. I have searched through their memory, and when they slew the Dark Star, which I am very impressed by, even in its vestigial form, in its infancy, you slew a god. And with that, that imposes interesting questions about the mortality of the Dark Powers, but also means that there will also be others if they ever hear this news. I cannot stop you, but I urge you all to never tell others that you did so.
So I'm gonna ask, that piece of the astral plane that we were in, was that it basically trying to make its own dread plane? Is that what that was?
This is a fascinating theory that I hadn't quite considered. What is of note is that the Dark Star's power is of spatial manipulation and interdimensional manipulation. The astral plane, the ethereal, the material. It was all under the Dark Star's control based on what I saw through your memories and lines up with our research. What it was trying to do, I'm trying to figure that out, but to create its own demiplane, a way to roll over a dark power gone wrong. It's neglected its original purpose as a creation of good, not evil. And it has been out there for so long, left out and about. My hypothesis is that it found that ship there at the bottom of the lake, took over the first worthy vessel it could find, and slowly bided its time as it tried to gain power for its own nefarious ends. I suspect that if given enough time, it would have tried to place Borovia under its entire dominion.
Oh my.
Or it would have created its own demiplane. Both are plausible. But its physical form was slain when it dragged you to the astral plane in an attempt to take over your bodies as well. It got greedy.
It still got one though.
I'm looking over at the description of this room, Fenrir, including these statues, is 4 black marble columns support this vaulted ceiling of the temple. At the north end, which stands the 40-foot statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting its spell. Its face is a void of utter blackness. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies, one of which has partially collapsed and fallen on the temple's black marble floor, in front of an open doorway. The walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made of amber as well. Arched hallways coated with amber lead away from the temple to the west and east, and, to answer what you said, flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed human wizards with pointed hats and golden staffs. One of them has toppled over and lies shattered on the floor. These wizards were the original progenitors of this temple aeons ago. They saw the potential of supplanting these dark powers and providing them a breeding ground in order to continue this cycle, to provide good individuals more power and evil individuals in imprisonment forever. It must have been difficult to imagine. Have you heard of the spell plague?
I
History
have
is
heard.
no prof. You don't know, Fenrir, if you don't know.
I have heard of this spell plague, of stories, but never witnessed it, of course.
Neither have I, for that was even before my time, as was the Amber Temple. But back before magic was torn asunder by the hubris of a wizard, mortals had access to more magic than we could possibly conceive. Ancient magic. 10th level magic, even. As they called it, as once the categorization system was more formalized to make it more prohibitive. The weave that you channel into, the castral spells, is fundamentally limited by the gods themselves, for they no longer wish for mortals to transcend upon them. The Amber Temple was constructed before that time, and still has such powerful magic that enables it. Surely you have witnessed firsthand the things that exceed human possibility. Even
Why
the
is
air
everything
itself
made out of
is
amber?
thick.
Why is everything made of amber?
Amber is the antithesis of the gods. It can be used to trap them and other godlike beings. Keeping this temple coated in amber ensures that these dark powers cannot escape. Well, I say that, but the Dark Star did. And that is concerning.
And
Perhaps with your memories I can fortify the remaining prisons.
yeah, unfortunately, I do not believe you'll be able to access my memories.
I understand, but I have acquired many from the rest of you, and it has been incredibly helpful. Right. Then, if there are no other things, that is where the session will end off at about the usual time. Ish.
Very cool.
Nice.
Talkie.
Nice.